Dr. Doofenshmirtz opens his phone, adjusting his lab coat while setting up ring lights around his latest evil invention. He poses dramatically next to the selfie-inator, practicing his villain smile for the perfect Instagram story about world domination. The evil scientist struggles with hashtags, typing #evilgenius, #world domination, #villain life, while his invention sparks dangerously behind him in the background. Doofenshmirtz records himself explaining his backstory, gesturing wildly as he describes his tragic childhood in Drusselstein to his followers. He attempts a trendy dance challenge while wearing his lab coat, accidentally knocking over beakers and creating colorful explosions. The villain tries to film an unboxing video of his new inator parts, but keeps getting distracted by Perry. Doofenshmirtz poses for aesthetic villain photos, arranging his evil inventions like a carefully curated lifestyle influencer would display products. He starts a live stream to reveal his master plan, but technical difficulties cause the video to freeze awkwardly. The evil scientist attempts food content, showing his followers how to make bratwurst while wearing safety goggles in his laboratory. Doofenshmirtz collaborates with other cartoon villains, taking group selfies and comparing their evil schemes for maximum engagement and likes. He tries makeup tutorials, applying dramatic villain eyeliner while explaining the psychology of intimidating one's nemesis through appearance. The scientist reviews gadgets and inventions, rating other villains' doomsday devices while promoting his own superior inator technology. Doofenshmirtz attempts motivational content, sharing inspirational quotes about persistence in evil while his inventions malfunction spectacularly behind him. He films workout videos, demonstrating villain poses and dramatic gestures while wearing his signature lab coat and goggles. The evil scientist tries ASMR content, whispering about his evil plans while tinkering with mechanical parts and circuits. Doofenshmirtz shares throwback photos from his childhood, explaining how each traumatic memory inspired a different evil invention and scheme. He attempts fashion content, showcasing different lab coat styles and evil accessories while striking poses in his lair. The villain tries cooking shows, making Drusselstein delicacies while accidentally setting things on fire with his unstable inventions nearby. Doofenshmirtz films day-in-the-life content, showing his morning routine of evil planning, invention building, and nemesis preparation rituals. He ends with a heartfelt message to followers, thanking them for supporting his evil journey while Perry destroys everything. Dad walks into the backyard where Phineas and Ferb are sketching blueprints, feeling nervous about joining their creative world. The boys look up surprised as Dad awkwardly suggests they build something together, his enthusiasm mixed with uncertainty about their reaction. Phineas immediately lights up with excitement, while Ferb nods approvingly, both brothers welcoming Dad into their summer project planning session. Dad nervously suggests building a simple birdhouse, but the boys exchange glances, clearly thinking of something much more ambitious and exciting. Ferb quietly shows Dad their blueprint for a massive treehouse with slides, elevators, and secret passages that defies all engineering logic. Dad's eyes widen in amazement and slight panic as he realizes his son's building projects are far beyond normal father-son activities. Phineas enthusiastically explains how they'll use anti-gravity generators and molecular reconstruction beams to build their incredible treehouse fortress in one day. Dad tries to keep up with their technical explanations, nodding along while secretly wondering how his children became such brilliant inventors. The family heads to the hardware store where Dad feels more confident, thinking he can finally contribute his adult knowledge. At the store, the boys casually ask for quantum processors and dimensional lumber, while Dad searches for regular nails and wood. The confused store clerk watches as Phineas and Ferb explain their need for materials that don't exist in normal reality. Dad realizes his sons operate on a completely different level of creativity and intelligence than he ever imagined possible. Back home, Dad attempts to hammer a nail while Phineas assembles a molecular construction device with casual expertise and confidence. Ferb silently demonstrates advanced welding techniques that would impress professional engineers, making Dad feel completely out of his depth. Dad accidentally hits his thumb with the hammer, while his sons effortlessly construct impossible architectural marvels around him with perfect precision. Despite feeling inadequate, Dad persists in helping, determined to bond with his remarkable sons through their shared building experience together. Phineas notices Dad's frustration and gently suggests he handle the important job of quality control and safety supervision for their project. Dad beams with pride as he realizes his sons value his input, even if his skills are more traditional. The treehouse magically comes together as a family effort, with Dad's careful attention to detail complementing the boys' wild creativity. As the sun sets, Dad sits with his sons in their amazing treehouse, finally understanding that love matters more than skill. Phineas Flynn announces to Ferb about building the world's most amazing underwater pool in their backyard today. Ferb nods silently, pulling out blueprints for an interdimensional portal that connects their yard to Bikini Bottom. The brothers construct their massive pool with slides and a mysterious glowing portal at the bottom. Candace storms in with her phone, determined to finally bust her brothers for their impossible project. SpongeBob and Patrick are jellyfishing when they notice a strange glowing portal near the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob bounces excitedly, convincing Patrick to explore the mysterious portal leading somewhere completely different above water. Patrick scratches his head confusedly, but follows SpongeBob into the swirling portal, disappearing from underwater. SpongeBob and Patrick emerge from the pool portal, gasping and looking around at the land. Phineas greets the sea creatures enthusiastically, introducing himself and Ferb to their underwater visitors. SpongeBob explains they're from Bikini Bottom, while Patrick stares blankly at the triangular-headed boys. Ferb demonstrates how their portal works, impressing SpongeBob with their advanced summer engineering skills. Candace arrives, seeing talking sea creatures, immediately calling Mom while pointing frantically at everything. Perry appears wearing his agent hat, investigating the dimensional breach bringing cartoon characters here. Doofenshmirtz watches with binoculars, plotting to use portal technology for his latest evil scheme. SpongeBob offers to teach Krabby patty making, while Patrick suggests they go jellyfishing. The boys build an amphibious vehicle working underwater and on land for safe travel. Ferb constructs the submarine car, while Phineas explains interdimensional science to wide-eyed SpongeBob enthusiastically. Mom arrives but sees only normal pool as portal closes and sea friends hide. Friends test their vehicle, diving through portal into Bikini Bottom, meeting Squidward and others. Summer day ends with SpongeBob and Patrick returning home, promising to visit again tomorrow. Phineas and Ferb meet Bluey, the ultimate playground adventure. Phineas discovers a mysterious blue dog family playing imaginative games in their backyard next door. Bluey bounces over the fence, introducing herself with boundless energy and infectious Australian enthusiasm to the brothers. Ferb quietly observes Bluey's creative play style, immediately understanding her love for turning ordinary moments into adventures. Phineas excitedly explains their summer mission of building incredible inventions, while Bluey listens with sparkling eyes. Bluey suggests they combine their engineering skills with her imaginative play to create the ultimate playground experience. The brothers and Bluey brainstorm together, sketching wild ideas for slides, swings, and interactive play structures. Ferb begins constructing a massive rainbow slide that changes colors as children slide down its surface. Phineas builds a musical swing set that plays different melodies based on how high you swing. Bluey adds her magic touch, creating story corners where kids can act out adventures and fairy tales. Bingo joins the fun, helping design a sensory garden with textures, sounds, and smells for exploration. Bandit and Chili arrive, amazed by the engineering marvels, but equally impressed by the imaginative elements. Harry the Platypus watches from his secret hideout, ensuring Dr. Doofenshmirtz doesn't interfere with the project. The playground takes shape with climbing walls that tell stories and tunnels that echo with laughter. Candace tries to bust her brothers, but gets distracted by the playground's amazing interactive storytelling features. Local children arrive, their faces lighting up as they discover each magical element of the playground. Bluey leads a game of keepy-uppy while Phineas demonstrates the physics behind the bouncing ball machine. Ferb unveils his masterpiece, a treehouse that transforms into different environments with the push of buttons. The playground becomes a community gathering place where families create memories through play and imagination together. As the sun sets, both families realize they've created something more valuable than just playground equipment. The adventure ends with everyone playing together, proving that the best inventions combine creativity, engineering, and friendship.